I just spotted a video on YouTube called The Life of an Artist, and I thought, oh, that'd be interesting. I'll do a day in my life. So it's now 9:41 in the morning, and I'm finally sitting down at my desk. What has taken me so long? I woke up about 5 and just lay there thinking, and I think I spent a lot of my day just thinking. And so um, I went back to sleep again. So by the time I'd actually woken up, I woke up then again, I think about 8 o'clock. And I sort of switched on my phone to see what was happening, and I listened to the radio on my phone. And there was, I was listening to the Today programme on BBC Radio 4, and they had an illustrator in there, Paul Cox, I think, and Quentin Blake was there as well. And so I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then they said you can watch them in the studio. So I did that. And I sat there watching for about half an hour, just watching how the studio works and people coming and going, watching how a programme that I've listened to for years and years and years actually looks. And does that work? I don't know. But so anyway, finally I got up. And so I kind of all got dressed and ready. And I'm now sitting at my desk with my cat on my lap because she wanted to come in. So I got to give her a bit of attention first. And what have I got ahead of me today? I've got a load of writing to do today because although I'm an illustrator, I'm also an author. I write children's books, and I'm behind schedule on my children's books at the moment. I've got 3 more stories to write quite quickly. I haven't written them because I've been away visiting schools and things for so much this year. And I discovered that my car has been emitting fumes into the cabin. And I think that has probably not been helping. So I've been driving thousands of miles to schools and things this year and slowly poisoning myself, which is not a good thing, is it? Anyway, the car is fixed, and I'm basically home for the summer, so I can get a lot of writing done. And so for the life of an artist, I suppose, well, I mean, I think of myself as an artist. I mean, I don't sit and paint all day. But today I'm writing. I'm a writer and illustrator. That's what I do. I sort of tell stories and illustrate them. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm now going to sit here doing very, very boring typing, staring at the screen. So finally, it's 10:05, and I've been checking YouTube, Twitter, tweeting, doing all that rubbish stuff. And now I've got my story up on the screen, and it's time to write. I'm a bit dyslexic, and I wasn't very good at writing at school, and so I kind of learned to write over the years. So I really think of myself more as a storyteller. And so while I'm writing, I'm constantly going back and editing all the time. And if I've got the idea, I just write it down because I know I can come back and kind of improve it later. But it's just getting it down for the first thing is the important thing. So the first thing I'll do in the morning is go back over what I've sort of written up until now. And I tend to kind of read it out because I hear it then. And I do the voices and everything, so I will sort of come along. We've got Britt, who's a young Roman British boy, and it's about the year 200 or something like that in Britain, and Drusilla, who's a Roman girl. Her father was the fort commander, so she's kind of the boss, really, but he's the clever one. They're in an orchard, and they're worried about the wild boar. So you get, listen, because I have to do Drusilla's voice. Listen! There was a hint of fear in Drusilla's voice. Britt cocked his ears and listened intently. There it was, a low, deep, snuffling, grunting sort of noise. There was only one thing that made a snuffling and a grunting noise. Wild boar! Britt took a deep breath. You did shut the gate properly, didn't you? Well, that depends on what you mean by properly. Drusilla had the irritating ability to make everything sound like someone else was to blame. I think one of the reasons I kind of read it out aloud like that is because then I kind of enthuse myself. So I'm kind of ready to get on typing the next bit. But because I'm doing this video, I've kind of lost the thing. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to write next. So I'll have to go and turn this off, reread it again. Well, now it's 12:15 and the story is coming along, but I keep being distracted. This is what is so difficult about doing anything at this kind of age. I've got another YouTube channel called Shoo Rayner Story Time, which I keep meaning to do videos with stories on, but there's something odd with the channel. Anyway, I finally sort of got around to doing something about it. I sent a letter to my partner manager at YouTube, an email, and I've heard back. So that's got me excited that something might be moving on that finally. So that's taken a little while, and uploading videos and things like that. But anyway, back to the story now. I'm very lucky that my wife brought me a cup of coffee earlier, but now at 20 past 12, I kind of feel it's time to get another one. Coffee is a very, very important part of the artistic day. So here I am in the woods, and my lovely daughter has come along with me, going for a nice walk. You all right, dear?
It's a nice walk.
I just have to pause here to show you this beautiful little glade of Alchemilla mollis, which is out in flower. Well, I've had my apple and I've had a little drink of water, and I think my brain is working. I think I know what's going to happen in the story, so I can head back home now. Now, I hear you saying, do you call that work? Well, yes, I do. After years and years and years, I've discovered that walking is the most brilliant way of being creative. There's something about the rhythm and being out, breathing in fresh air, that just gets the brain cells going. If ever I have real trouble on a story, or wondering what I need to do and don't know which way forward, I've learned just forget about it, go for a walk. And in a very, very short time, I found all the answers come pouring into my head. And it just kind of clears the brain somehow, which allows the things you need to just enter your mind. Thinking. It was nearly 4:30, and I got myself a cup of tea, and I'm sitting down at my screen. Having come back from a walk, then my dear wife is doing the accounts. And so I spent the whole afternoon with her getting very cross with me because I've put invoices in the wrong places and I haven't printed things out. So that's been a very frustrating afternoon. And I'm sure that's the kind of thing that many artists, illustrators, writers and everything have to put up with. And it's not all, sitting around, swanning around. It's all these boring bits that get in the way. Anyway, hopefully I can get back to doing a bit of writing now. It's now 5 o'clock, and my darling wife has just phoned through to me to tell me that the accounts are done for the quarter, so I can relax now. Because I always feel like a naughty boy when she's doing the accounts, because I kind of, put receipts in the wrong places and things like that. She gets very cross with me. Anyway, back to writing. I'm now up to 2,309 words. Ooh. There are so many distractions. It's 5 minutes past 5 now, and my darling daughter has come in to tell me that she has got her results from university. She's got her first-class honours degree. I'm very, very proud of her, and now I've got to go and have a celebration tea with cake and stuff like that. So this is what happens. 5:37. Very nice tea, very nice cake. Very proud of my daughter. Back to writing. Well, now it's 6:45, and I've written 2,973 words, and I would say I have pretty much done the first draft. And I'm happy with it. There are little bits I'm not quite sure about, but then tomorrow I'm going to go right the way through and kind of re-edit and rewrite it. There are things at the end which don't quite make sense, but I've got to kind of go back to the beginning and place little things in there which will make the ending kind of come right, if that makes any kind of sense. And if you think I've written it very quickly, then I've been planning this for about 5 years, I think. And so I've had it all planned and plotted, and so I kind of know what I'm doing. And it's just sort of actually getting down to do the final thing, which has required a lot of procrastinating as well, and putting off the evil moment of actually getting started. So I'm very pleased. I'm going to go and have some supper now. Well, now it's 7:15, and I'm picking raspberries. It's 7:30, and I'm back at work now, and I'm working on the script for a drawing lesson. I've been commissioned to do a series of lessons on how to draw, and these are going to be quite different to the videos I usually make on YouTube. These are very much kind of structured course, and so I'm having to kind of write the script. And I suppose I'm not going to get any drawing done today as an artist, but I think But I think kind of what an artist does is they use their brains, and so everything that I do kind of is creating out of nowhere, and it's kind of it starts off as a thought in my head, and it kind of eventually becomes something. And along the way, like a book, I'm kind of providing income, and for editors and printers and bookshops and Amazon and all sorts of things, and all those people would not have jobs if it weren't for people like me just sitting there thinking all day, dreaming up new ideas, and everything that you hold in your hand every day started off in somebody's mind as an idea. So I know, as I look back on this film, it probably looks like I live a really nice, charmed life, and go for walks when I feel like it, picking raspberries, working late, and just spending most of my time really just sort of staring and thinking. But that's kind of what a lot of what an artist does, I think. The rest of it is just kind of practice and working and working and working and working. I think if you wait for inspiration, it's not going to come. You have to kind of work at it, and while you're working, then the inspiration comes. Very occasionally, out of nowhere, a bit of inspiration will come, but it's much better to just get on and work, and you'll suddenly find all the little strands come together. And so there you are. That's my thoughts. I'll get back to work on this now. Well, it's 20 to 9 now, and I'm pretty happy with my script. I've written it and rewritten it and edited it. I've read it out 3 or 4 times. I've timed it to see roughly how long it is. And I've got not just the script, the word script. I know all the drawings that I'm pretty much going to do. There's going to be quite a lot of drawing involved. And I'm now going to shut up my studio and go inside and watch the telly. I'm going to take my sketchbook, so maybe I might get some drawing done. It depends what's on the telly. If something inspires me, then maybe I will. Well, I've tried to do some sketching, but it's not so easy when you've got a cat sat on your lap. Just trying to draw people who were playing Wimbledon yesterday. But anyway, I didn't do very well. So today, which is day 2, so it's not really a day in the life, it's 2 days in the life. This morning I edited my story, and I'm really happy with it now. And this afternoon we went shopping. Of course, the thing is, you never know when inspiration will strike, so always have a sketchbook with you. Yes, that's me, sitting by the conveyor belt in a Yo Sushi bar, drawing all the food as it goes past. And I better just eat my... Can I?
Yeah, I would.
Well, we went shopping, and while my wife was trying on clothes, I sat down and I was thinking about this character here, Drusilla, who is in my Roman stories, and I could hear her saying, "It's my party," and I wanted to somehow get that line in, and so I was just doodling away, and while I'm doodling, ideas drop into my head, and I can understand now how I'm going to get this line into the story, and it actually makes the story a lot better. And while I was drawing, this guy sat down opposite me. It was really great. I coloured all these in, painted these in later while I was watching the TV at night. And these are just all people who were out in the shopping mall and doing their stuff. So I did buy a shirt, but while my wife was trying on other things, then I was sort of drawing all these people as they walked past. And then we went to have a celebration supper, because my daughter has just been awarded a first-class degree, and so we thought we'd go to Yo Sushi and celebrate. And so I drew all these things as they were coming past, but I coloured them in again later on in the evening when we got home. There you go. Those are the kind of things that I do during the day. And you might say writing isn't being an artist, but I think it is. It's writing. It's being creative, isn't it? And we were talking about retirement yesterday with my daughter, and she's saying, I'm never going to retire. I said, well, I don't think I ever really started work. I used to have a job long time ago where I used to sort of go off at 9 o'clock in the morning to work for other people. But since then, I kind of determined I wanted to work for myself. and do the things that I want to do. And I think that's part of what being an artist is you wake up in the morning and think, what am I going to do today? And you're just going to follow what's in your head, you follow what's in your heart. And I don't suppose I ever will retire, because what would I do? As my wife said, all I would do is get under her feet and annoy her. So I think if I retired, I would do exactly what I'm doing now. I suppose many people will maybe look at me and think, oh, what a charmed life I lead, but you have to work hard for it, and it's risky and all sorts of things like that. But you just have to kind of believe that somehow a new job will come along, a new idea, a new way of earning money, doing what you like and what you want to sort of express and teach to the world will come along and sort of keep you fed and clothed in the meantime. So you too can do this, but it's a big decision and it is hard work. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, why not go and have a look at another one of my videos or try the mystery drawing. Make sure you're subscribed for new drawings every Monday and Friday. Check out my website shoorayner.com, and why not get my new book, Everyone Can Draw. In the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye-bye.